Are you aiming for opening day?
I never wasn't.
Chris, how much does this mean to you today? Just because I think it's like the first time since like 19 you've been like a full go on the first day of camp, and just to kind of be out there with everyone else, throw a bullpen on the first day of camp.
Yeah, it was something I actually talked to AC about it, because before spring training started, I was throwing my bullpens on the mound just to get all the numbers and stuff like that. And he's like, "You want to go out there or out here today?" And I said, "I've been treated special for long enough. I want to be one of the guys today." So it's nice, being in the mix of it, going through just being normal, having a workout, my running, PFPs on a day, bullpen days, and not coming in to just get worked on. It's fun.
Course said today compared to 15 days ago, 2 weeks ago, you feel so much better. What was the difference? What was happening 2 weeks ago?
Teammates, people. I just really enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy being a part of a team and working together. And I've said it before, like I had a tough time being by myself for some of these rehabs. And anytime I went anywhere, didn't matter if it was the complex league, it didn't matter if it was Portland, Worcester, or in Boston, I always found I got a lift, a boost from being around my teammates and being in that atmosphere and being in that realm. It's just who I am. That's what I've done for so long. So being away from that was tough.
You've talked about this along the way. How much more appreciation do you have for all of this? How fleeting it can be, how quickly it can go by, how much you get to look around and maybe have a better perspective than you might have had 5-6 years ago?
No question. You kind of look at my career. You get to 18, you throw the last pitch of the World Series, show up the next spring training, sign a contract. What could go wrong, right? And to answer that question, just about everything. So I know how quickly it can be gone. I had a good run, and then the floor just got pulled right out from under me. So just appreciating each day, appreciating each moment, my relationships with people, my experiences with the people I have relationships with, and perspective. That's a word that I've used a lot, but knowing what the big picture really looks like, and just appreciating what's in front of me on that given day.
You mentioned the contract. You talked about before. This is not what you envisioned when you signed it. There's 2 years left. Part of you trying to prove that contract? How do you look at that now?
I wouldn't necessarily say proving a contract as much as I need to live up to what I need to be for my teammates, for my coaching staff, for the fans, for our owners. Like I set it up, a couple weeks ago. I was given that to do a job, and I haven't done that. And you guys know me enough by now to know that has eaten me alive. So I wouldn't say I'm trying to live up to a dollar amount. I'm just trying to live up to who I need to be, and that's a guy that goes out there for 30-plus starts, 200 innings, and winning games.
Chris, what's your weight right now?
What's that?
What's your weight?
You want to pick me up?
Yeah.
I haven't stepped on a scale in a minute, but I'd say probably in between 185-ish, somewhere around there.
Is it getting harder to maintain weight for you as you get older, unlike the rest of us?
No. I've noticed, too, that I kind of gain weight throughout the year, because when I'm on this schedule, I have 3 kids, so I wake up early and go to sleep early. So when I'm eating 2 extra meals at 11 o'clock at night, it'll start packing it on. But I say packing it on, but I'll probably get up to maybe 190, 195.
I know it's in your family. You talked to us about that over the years, like that. Is there any, with medical people, is there any indication that breaking bones is coming to you because of that? Because you're so thin?
No. I think if you hit the ground the way I hit the ground, you're going to get messed up pretty good. So yeah, no, I don't think that has anything to do.
Throwing the pitch was unusual last winter.
Say that again?
You broke a rib throwing a pitch.
Yeah, that was more just kind of stress reaction, more of just kind of a cumulative thing. So I don't know if it necessarily has anything to do. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about all that, but I've had the same body. I've thrown the same way, and it's worked out to now. So
there's no discussion about nutrition or anything to do to build up your calcium, build up your bones, or any of that.
no.
Chris, you talked about being grateful to be back, to be healthy, having a regular spring. That's kind of step one. To get to the dominant guy you were for a long stretch, what do you need to do that?
Just work and repetition. Kind of the same for anything. If you want to get better at golf, swimming, baseball, anything, you got to do your reps and you got to put hard work in. So I'm prepared for both. So like I said, I'm just excited for this opportunity to have the opportunity to work and get reps in, because I've been able to work, but I haven't been able to get reps. So having the two combined is exciting.
Alex said that next Tuesday, I guess, is when you'll face hitters for the first time, potentially.
Yeah.
How many times do you think you'll need to do something like that before a game to just get back in game action once they start?
I mean, I don't think very many, honestly. What I threw today, I could have done that to hitters. And when I face hitters, I'll probably throw 20, 25, something like that. And I threw close to 35 today. So if they told me I had to face hitters tomorrow, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'd actually like that. But there's steps to the process, but I'm excited for that.
What's your rehab tonight now?
No rehab, man. I'm a real boy.
Chris, you and Corey Kluber were competing for Cy Youngs in 2016, 17, 18. Like, I think you guys have the same agent. What's it like to have him on the same team? You guys know each other?
I've been recruiting him for a couple of years. I actually said something to him. I've sent him text messages a couple off seasons, like, "Hey, man, let's go. Come on." So it's nice. I know that his family or his wife's family is from the area, so a little bit less moving around for him. But I mean, talk about a model of consistency. A guy that you pick his brain. I mean, he's baseball IQ through the roof. His resume speaks for itself, and just his demeanor, how he carries himself, his character. All of those things are going to do very well for him, not only on this team, but in Boston.
Alex referenced not wanting you to feel like you got to carry the whole staff, like taking the whole thing on yourself. How does that work for you mentally to not try and score all the points at once, or do everything at once, given what's happened?
Well, you can only throw one pitch at a time, right? And you can make one start at a time. So I think, I learned a long time ago, the more you can bring it to one, you don't want to look at it as a full season, because then you waste months. You don't want to look at it as months, because then you waste weeks. You don't want to look at weeks, so on and so forth, down to seconds. So for me, it's just the old cliche. Here we are in spring training, but it's one pitch at a time. It really is, because there's nothing I can do to change anything from this point backwards. So for me, my focus is on from here forwards, but I can't look over here. I have to, I got today was a good day, wake up tomorrow's a new day, and start from there. So
how do you not have your head explode thinking about the last 3 years, all the things that have happened?
I'd like to think I'm an adult now. So yeah, it's just perspective. I come back to that a lot, but it's just perspective. We've all seen what's gone on in the world over the last 3 years on my same timeline. Even what happened in my community just a few months ago. I thought you wrote an article the other day about it. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, people lost their homes. I nicked a pinky, broke a wrist. I could have been in a Russian prison for 10 months. How fun would that would have been? So, perspective, man, perspective. And it's not going to change anything that's happened, but hopefully it'll change something in the future.
Chris, a couple weeks ago, you talked about wanting to do some stuff to build up your arm strength and everything. Where are you now in that process, and how much more do you think you have to go?
Just staying on top of shoulder program, long toss, and just really kind of getting after the last few throws of my long tossing and then off of the mound. If you want to run fast, you got to run fast. If you want to throw hard, you got to throw hard. So it's kind of following that mold, and it's been creeping up. So I'm happy with where we're at.
Will that take kind of getting into the every 5-day routine in the season for it to really kind of get to where you want to get it?
I guess we'll find out together, but I'm not sure. I'm I'm not worried about that right now. I just need to go out there and pitch. However it shakes out, it shakes out. I want to go compete again.
You enjoying the Red Sox continue to add more FTCU guys to the mix?
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I obviously crossed paths with Blyer. You know, he's with the Yankees, he was with Baltimore, so seeing him there. But it's fun having, you know, some representation from a small school. It's growing, the program's getting better, and I think it's just great. I know I talked to Coach Toe a couple times. He is as excited as anybody. So anything that we can do to bring some light to that place is awesome. They've obviously did a lot for us, so any little thing we can do for them is important.
Chris, if you, Corey, and James stay healthy, you guys think you can compete?
No question. No question. I was with Paxton a lot last year, obviously rehabbing, coming back, and you know, he works hard, and when he's at his best, watch out. Kluber's got a trophy case for anybody. I'm not going to sit here and talk about myself, but I know what I can do too. So not only that, we got a bunch of guys on that pitching staff, top to bottom, bullpen, starting staff. We're here to make some noise. Say what you want, but I like where we're at.
Given that you guys, by the end of spring, if everyone stays healthy, could have 7 potential starters, and Alex and Heim also mentioned, you know, there's still some thought about a 6-man rotation initially. Like, is it better for someone like a veteran group, especially like the 3 of you guys, to stay on a 5-day rotation, or do you care? Like, what would that?
Hand me the ball, I'm throwing it till you take it. If it's once a week, it's once a week. If it's 4 times a week, it's 4 times a week. 7 innings, 1 inning, a third of an inning. Well, I guess it can't be a third of an inning anymore, but yeah, hand me the ball, I'm going to compete until you tell me not to. And then I might give you a little flack on the way out, but that's just my mindset right now.
With Nate gone, obviously a guy who was a leader for a long time around here, and you know, Rich and Michael were big time leaders last year.
Yeah.
Do you feel more of a leadership role coming on for you? I know you have been, but you know, it's hard, I assume, when you're away from the team to kind of be that way. Do you feel that responsibility this year?
I wouldn't say I feel a responsibility. I mean, I am who I am. I'm going to do what I do, and I'm always going to be here. I'd like to think I'm pretty approachable when it comes to baseball stuff. You know, I love running. I love working out, so I'm always doing something. But we have a very good group of guys in that clubhouse that have some damn good resumes and have some time in the big leagues. High character guys, high competition guys, and guys, like I said, with some wins. So I'm not worried at all about veteran leadership or letting the clubhouse, you know, slip away or whatever, because there's too many just rock solid guys. And then you start at the top with AC, and it'd be tough to get out of line there.
Chris, how weird is it that you guys have more 2018 Dodgers than you have 2018 Red Sox?
Yeah, I mean, it's the nature of the game, right? I mean, you have guys that you play with for a month, you have guys that you play with for, you know, 5-6 years. So it is interesting, but like I said, that adds to that those leadership qualities, and kind of holding down the character of a clubhouse when you have guys with, you know, big time experience in big time situations. You know, these younger guys, they've never been there. Here we are to help them. So, like I said, I'm very excited about just the character we have in there. Not talent. Take the talent away. The character we have in that clubhouse right now is strong. So that in and of itself is exciting.
How well do you know Kelly, or do you know him at all?
I don't know him at all, but he's right next to me. I'm excited about that. I mean, you look at AC said he's what, 391 right now? Does anybody know that? How many guys have 400 saves or more ever?
4 or 5, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So, very excited to have a guy like that locking down wins for us.
Pretty good sized guy.
I might get on his workout program.
Terrence, do you feel like there's been, you know, obviously Xander, JD, all the guys that mentioned, Nate leaving, it's kind of a changing of the guard type thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough seeing those guys because we love them. I mean, you climb to the top of the mountain, post the flag in the ground, then you look around and they're all gone. But again, there's no rearview mirrors here. None of that's going to help us now. Love those guys to death. Love them to death. Wish them all the best except for when they come to town. You got to turn the page, man. You got to go. And there's nothing that anyone can do or say to bring those guys back. There's nothing anyone can do or say to make anything magic happen. We got to work. We got to compete. Just get after it.
Christian is one of those guys, obviously, that's not here anymore either. I'm just curious, like, how this spring will be different for you as one of the guys that's been here, you know, throw into McGuire and Wong and kind of a new, getting to know a new catching tandem for having had Christian for so long.
Yeah, we have some good catchers in camp here too. It's exciting. Vasquez one of the best. You know, tough loss because you know catchers for pitchers can be funny sometimes, right? So you know, I was with him my entire time here, so it's tough because you have a relationship with these guys. You've had these experiences, but again, I keep getting to it, and this is not against any of those guys. They know I love them to death. I would do anything for them, but they're not coming back. You know, we got to keep moving forward and compete. And like I said, I'm more excited about what we have going forward than I am worried about what's been in the past. So we have what we have. We're very excited about it. High character, high competition, and so the game's not played on paper. So we're going to go out there and see what we get.
Chris, you talked a little bit about how you know, people lost their homes and everything like that. So tell me about how you know they're going to be out here next week or the week after that watching you guys, and you're going to be bringing them that excitement. So tell me about coming back to a very familiar place, seeing those faces out there in the stands, and knowing that you can kind of give them that escape from those hardships they are facing right now.
Yeah, I think when you really break it down, that's kind of what sports are. It's kind of an escape for people to, you know, life's tough sometimes, and some people really respond and grasp to a team or, you know, an area or a sport, whatever it may be. So anything we can do to help people in this community get over that hump is big time. I've lived in Florida every day of my life, and I've been through, I don't know how many hurricanes, but a few. Obviously, I grew up in Lakeland, so they don't hit quite as hard there, but I've never seen anything like that in my life. I've never seen devastation in person like that. So it really kind of shook this community hard, and it was really tough for a lot of people. So getting back to that, like I said, anything we can do to alleviate some of that pressure, put a smile on someone's face who, you know, is going through a tough time, that's, you know, at the very bottom of all this is kind of what we're here for.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you, guys.